Everywhere the girl them love you. In every state, every country, cute pretty girl want make
WEFM, the clean fresh sound. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Listen, you would hope that it come in a bit sooner, right? Just a bit sooner.
Again?
Yes, we had this instrumental again.
Another reason why I laughed is because, I realize it's Ariana Grande and she just dropped an album.
Oh, she did? Okay, now I had to check that.
Yeah, so and one of the songs is really, really sad, and everybody's like, oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Because, I think one of her, very close persons, somebody she loved. Mac Miller died recently, and so there are some subliminal messages in the video. It's rather interesting, but it's really sad.
I'm gonna check it out. I love sad.
That's why I'm like, this is maybe in.
I like sad music.
People who like sad music, something.
Started.
That's why you just kind of when I come in here with my
there's a difference between in sad music and you being on drugs.
Energy. Listen, the only drug I'm on is sunshine and Vincentionness.
I think most days it's Vincentionness because sometimes it's not even sunny and you come in.
Right. I'm pleased to be living in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Come on, man.
The time is now.
Hundreds of people come here.
If not thousands. The time is now 7:46 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the most sunny, beautiful, chipper place to be in the Caribbean. You're listening to Ari, and with me is Christal. We're Activated Mornings this morning. What are we talking about this morning, Christal?
Again. What did I stop again? I'm just playing with you. Can you guys count, by the way? Anybody could count from 1 to 16? In Spanish. Seriously though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Come on,
man. My Spanish teacher, she's been so proud of me this morning. But there's something that's been making the circulations, making the rounds. I'm not speaking about minivans. ULP administration list 16 things it is working on. I looked through the list and I didn't see a couple of things that I am certain they're also working on. So maybe they'll have a part 2 and a part 3 and a part 4 because it seems like a real thing going on.
Well, we have 15 minutes or approximately a little less. We could go through it.
A minute a thing. Let me go.
So I'm reading from One News SVG. They have the 16 things that the governing Unity Labour Party. I always used to say United,
He's a footballer.
Right? Are the states? Anyways, ULP administration in St. Vincent and Grenadines has communicated 16 things that they are currently working on. In an article circulated to the media on March 12, the Office of the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and Grenadines said 16 things are a part of 32 large strategic initiatives promised in the ULP's 2020 manifesto. According to the article, here we go. Number 1, maintaining macroeconomic fundamentals. These fundamentals are monetary, financial, and banking stability, fiscal consolidation, low inflation, optimal economic growth, equity. And no, I just needed to say it one more time. Equity and economic inclusiveness, low inflation, job creation, regional integration, fair trade, low inflation, globally, investment-friendly environment, ease of doing business, and again, low inflation. Every item,
is not the only thing, man. Come on, man.
Know, I read the rest.
What is it? Is it the thing that affects you the most? Not necessarily,
I feel like it's a cycle because you raise the minimum wage, but then other things are being raised, and then inflation just keeps happening and happening and happening. It makes you wonder, what is the point of these things being raised?
Inflation is like time, It just keeps going up. Not going
everywhere though. But
it's not gonna come back.
We'll see.
Jack.
We'll see. We'll see. Now every item here has been maintained and advanced except low inflation. I don't like you, though. I go good. You distract me now. I say nonsense.
I did not distract you.
Anyway, which was temporarily undermined by imported inflation amid supply chain issues arising from the vagaries of monopoly capitalism globally and the Ukraine war.
Plenty big words.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening outside SVG that are going to affect SVG. So, things will go up, and the government is trying to just keep everything at a minimum as much as possible so that we could all be happy and have as much money in our pockets so that they could tax it.
Correct. And they're not wrong. A lot of things that happen globally directly affected a lot of countries across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, especially the Hamas and Ukraine war. Not Hamas versus Ukraine, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Number 2 on the list is ensuring full recovery from COVID. Don't need to go into that. Making AIA work. That kind of stood out to me, and not much is on it, but that stood out to me. Making AIA work. This happening marvelously. Increased flights, increased passenger flow, more hotel rooms, more business overall, and stronger performance of AIA. What I'm curious about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are persons given contracts or given the opportunity to have businesses in AIA? How come they're not certain restaurants there? How come that?
Is there space for more restaurants? Are there empty spaces at AIA?
Think it's a coincidence that it seems like the places in AIA seem to have something in common, but we won't go into that this morning. 4 and 5 is sorry.
No, before you go on, I don't know about like other people, but I wouldn't necessarily put that under like one of the 32 things that they're doing, because it is, I feel like it's a given. You build a structure, you have to ensure that it is successful and it makes money as much as possible. If it were that building XYZ or constructing something else, I'm like, that's a given. You have to make it work.
Yeah, but I think that they're making an extra effort. We have sandals, we have different initiatives.
Business.
I know,
that's business. It's just like saying we're fixing the roads. You have to fix the roads.
Yeah, that is true. But then if it is that you're trying to show that you're actually doing the work, then I guess you put it in.
Things. I'm like, I wouldn't put that in there.
I would think that the government generally, their job is to improve the quality of life for Vincentians. So
yeah,
even if they fix roads and they put it in there, I don't see an issue. Honestly.
Fixing the roads.
I do get what you're saying, but it's a given. But I do get what you're saying.
Okay,
4 and 5, adding 1,200 quality rooms and local investment in hotels. Okay, so go through this quickly. This is being achieved over the 2020-2025 period. Sandals, 301. 2-bedroom facilities, Holiday Inn, 92 rooms, are the big ones shortly to be opened. Soho House in Kanawan, open for business. Maya Suites is open already. Expansion has taken place and is being taken place at several hotels, including well-known, locally owned ones, such as Beach Comas and Alexandrinas. You saw that, right? It's actually looking really nice. They have some additions. I think they have 2 additional structures now at
How long ago were those put in place?
I would like to believe it's being worked on since last year.
Because I did see. Well, actually, I visited when there was construction, and it looks really nice. Kudos to the owners.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel Alexandrian is a very interesting story, by the way, but not this morning.
Yeah, numerous locally owned guest houses and apartments have been opened and are being built. Numerous Airbnb facilities are in operation. Black Sands Resorts at Peters Hope and Royal Mill at Peters Hope.
Y'all sure?
At Peters Hope and Royal Mill at Rather Mill are still under construction.
It's at the right place because everybody here hoping that it will actually finish. 2017. Let me continue here.
But you realize Peters Hope and Royal Mill looking the same?
No.
Peters Hope
Royal Mills is actually, they have work doing. It's just that there was a period where I looked up and I wasn't seeing any activity. But then somebody made a post, somebody who knows things made a post and said that, they resumed work. And I'm seeing work being done. So you're seeing the development and the process and the construction. It's just that the rate has slowed down, right?
Tyrion Lannister made the post.
Who knows?
He said someone who knows things.
Who knows things?
He drinks and he knows things.
I don't know who that is. But Black Sands has been there's been talk about Black Sands since 2017. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 7 years and it cannot be completed. And every time you ask, a spot for it. Every time, I do, because every time you ask, it's the same response, and I just don't understand how we would allow an establishment to be on standstill, where we understand where we're looking as they rightly said, we're looking to expand rooms, blah, blah, blah. If it's not working, then find somebody else to make it work and then tell us that you are in search of somebody else, just as you did for Bookement. Anyways, next point.
Just gonna finish up quickly. Marriott Resort is expected to start this year and to be completed in late 2026 or early 2027. Other hotels and expansions are in the works and they are well on track according to them.
They didn't list Christal hotels in there.
Number 6, Petit Martinique Development. Petit Mustique Development. The government is working with the regional investor who purchased Petit Mustique from its private sector owner in respect of this island's development. Number 7, construction of... I don't know. You know, I wonder who bring in that BMW, but that's a whole other conversation. Number 7, construction of modern cargo port. This is a $650 million project. Everyone can see it. It literally says everyone can see it.
Everyone can see the amount of money that's being spent on it.
That was funny. It's scheduled. It's slated to be open on June 2025. Number 8, construction of the acute referral hospital. You have anything to say about that?
Why? Because you want to say something. You said
I don't
now.
have anything to say about it.
So why ask me? I
No,
didn't
because
ask me
I'm
about
going
the
to the
port.
next point.
You didn't ask me about the port.
Because everyone can see it.
Of all the projects, I think the port is like one that I personally am most proud of.
I am also proud of
and
the port.
it's if you stand in Kingstown and you stand around the area and you see like so many people like hustling to go to the port to work every day, you'll see obviously the money, how the money is being circulated, the shops that are right next there. People would come over and buy lunch and buy drinks and what's not. So they're making money too. And then they have to go to the wholesalers to buy stuff to restock. And you see how the money is circulating right before your eyes. Maybe that's why they say everyone can see it. So
Everyone can see it.
yeah. What was the next point again?
Number 8 and 9 is basically in one. Construction of the acute referral hospital and building out the modern city at Annisville.
Yeah. A pity they had to go look for more money and a pity that they have to keep changing the dates. But let's go. See it when I see it. Let me go.
10. Elaborating plans for a tunnel on the Cane Garden Point.
I put on my binoculars, trying to see why that's there. You know, I never... This for real? This real? I gotta pinch myself.
I staying alive.
I just hope that, okay, if it's something that's real and you're gonna go forward with it, that it doesn't end up like a cross-country road and just end and we don't know, or we're not reminded of why it can be completed. Just like finish it. I noticed though down at Cyan Hill, talking about things around that area there, the 3 or 4 buildings that were constructed for the purpose of mass tents, they had to discontinue it because of the quarry, right? I noticed that there's a bit of demolition. I don't know if they're gonna use that the broken pieces for something else, or if they're going to do something else with that area. But it'll be interesting to know what is happening over there. I noticed that.
Making preparations to relocate is the number 11. Pole Yard residents.
That's why I can't get electricity.
In train, we are actively identifying suitable alternative lands.
Because they had to go on the leeward side this time. Because the windward was unsuccessful.
I'm actually very interested to see how this is going to pan out. Because I'm just interested to see how this is going to pan out.
Just as long as immediately after it ends or whatever, everybody ships out, we'd have another natural disaster.
Well, squatting in itself is a very interesting thing to me. I mean, legally,
we talking about geothermal here?
No, I'm talking about pole yard.
I thought we moved on to geothermal.
Oh, sorry. Continuing to pursue renewable energy. Sorry. This is being done actively with solar. Sorry, my mind's still on it. This is being done actively with solar, and we are still pursuing geothermal energy with other stakeholders with an alternative kind of energy.
Yeah, so gotta cut that bill. Gotta cut that bill. Cut it.
I honestly thought geothermal was a... Anyways.
Geothermal was a... No, come on, say it fast. A failed
project.
It was an exploration. Why are you laughing? I serious. You don't know what you're going to find. There's scientific evidence. We have a volcano, yada, yada, yada. They're going to explore to see if it's a viable project. But from before you even get down in there, it looks like it can work. Luckily, though, we didn't spend as much money as we could have on it, so it was not a major loss. 600 and something thousand US dollars. Small money.
Construction of modern parliament and modern court complex, definitely something that they did do, and it was it was really needed. The high court.
They didn't finish though.
They didn't finish.
No, that was what they built was the temporary one.
Yeah, the construction of modern parliament and modern court complex. 50 mil building the House of Parliament temporary has been built, and the Parliament is meeting there in Calico.
Come on, it's a course every.
Now quickly 14 making out the whole project work. Okay, number 15. You have something to add?
But that Atley Hall thing is a bag of worms.
That is like that place out Calico 40. It just seemed like that had jumpy on it.
Don't say that, because the way it's looking now, it's looking real nice. I don't know who investor is involved in it, but kudos to you.
Well, they've
been spending it looks like a pretty penny and a good bit of time lifting that place. It's orange and blue, I think now, but it looks like a wedding venue. I don't know if that's the intention, but I hope and pray that whatever venture is really successful. Take your blind.
Me too. I ain't put the blind on it. The blind been on it from all the businesses, the short-term places that opened it. But
you
I
ever went
hope
to
the blind
teen hop
come
there?
off.
Too young.
Yes. I remember the names: Club Splash, 40, Makome. What was the other name, boy? Club SOV. That's just four.
I actually remember the teen hop.
Yes, I remember teen hop.
Oh boy, that was bad.
15. Constructing in partnership with private sector apartments buildings at lands in Pembroke. Interesting. The search for private sector partners is ongoing. That is all that's there.
Search for what? Private.
The search for private sector partners is ongoing.
Oh,
number 16.
Okay.
Building out of quarry in North Leeward.
Building a who?
Quarry in North Leeward.
To export it to lay you.
The build out is ongoing with the private sector, a company from St. Lucia.
To export.
The ULP government says it continues to address all urgency, all its manifesto commitments. Part 2 of the article will be provided. Will provide information on items 17 to 32 on the list mentioned above, the press release said. So I'm guessing between 17 and 32, they'll include the
other things that
the
I'm
athletic
thing that big up yourself, man. Plenty movements, plenty opportunities. Just gotta put ourselves in place. I would love to see a bit more of, yes, we creating the right environment to start business, continue business, and attract foreign business. But I love it more to hear like these really massive projects being local investors too. You guys can form a what do you call it? A conglomerate of something and make something really big. Yep. Big up yourselves. Maybe you could try to see if you could get the property at Peter's. Huh? What's the time?
The time is 8:03 a.m. in Sonic and your time check was brought to you by New Haven Funeral Home. Death